Hi, I'm Jack Sweetser. In my audience today, I have Julia, James, Emma, and Nikki. Most people today believe in global warming, but they do not believe it is as significant an issue as it will be in the future. The Public Opinion Quarterly Survey revealed that 15% of the public believe that both the environmental and personal impacts of global warming are extremely dangerous. 25% believe it is very dangerous, 36% believe it is somewhat dangerous, and finally, 3% believe that the impacts of global warming are not dangerous at all. In reality, global warming in the past 100 years has been deteriorating the Earth faster than ever. Global warming is a gradual increase of overall temperature of the Earth's atmosphere, generally attributed to many things, mostly human activities. The effect of global warming will be dramatic enough to do irreversible damage to our planet for the future generations to come. To start, I will discuss the main effect associated with global warming. The temperature is rising significantly. Because of the enormous size and heat capacity of all the oceans, it takes a tremendous amount of energy to increase the Earth's yearly surface temperature. Even a small change in surface temperature in the past century is still caused by a significant increase in the accumulation of heat. The extra heat causes the snow caps to melt, which makes the sea levels rise, water to evaporate more quickly, causing hurricanes at a significant frequency. The ice caps melting directly affect wildlife habitats such as polar bears, while their habitat literally melts before them. Some temperatures in certain regions of the world have not been increasing as dramatically or not at all, but the upward trend in average global temperature is evidence that more areas are heating than cooling. Since 1901, the Earth's surface has warmed by 1.6 degrees Fahrenheit per century. This may not seem alarming, but since 1975, the Earth's surface temperature has doubled to 3.2 degrees Fahrenheit per century, according to the International State of Climate in 2017 report. The warmest years ever experienced have all been in the last 25 years. The 10 warmest years that have ever been recorded have all occurred since 1998, showing the Earth is only increasing its temperature. Also, the 4 warmest years have occurred since 2014. By 2020, it is projected that the surface temperature will be more than 3.9 degrees Fahrenheit warmer than it was in 1986 to 2005. As you can see, the temperatures are only exponentially increasing, becoming a bigger and bigger threat every year. Moving on, ice on all the poles is melting. The West Antarctic ice sheet is a particular concern to scientists. During the last few years, it has been significantly smaller in size than when temperatures were comparable to levels that may exceed within a few centuries. Grounded ice in West Antarctica deepens inland and extends far lower below sea level than its height above sea level, making them extremely larger and more dangerous than they appear. The ice shelves melting cause sea levels to rise drastically, as well as a heavy flow of dangerous ice along coastlines. If these ice caps were to melt and completely vanish, the sea level would rise by 3 meters at an unknown rate. That is scary considering how large the ocean is. It would take an extreme amount of ice to do this, and that is exactly what is happening. Scientists believe that the polar ice sheets may only survive the next few centuries. The effects of ice caps and sheet shrinking is drastic, specific to human and wildlife population. The ice is shrinking faster than any science have predicted or expected, causing major issues that we cannot prepare for. A higher sea level and more moisture in the atmosphere cause more powerful and dangerous weather, and it shows in our lifetime. Most of us have experienced up to 3 hurricanes in our short lifetime. This is a sign of all the excess moisture and water from the ice caps melting. Some cities, such as New Orleans, are actually under sea level. When Hurricane Katrina took place, the entire city flooded, which is something they could never prepare for due to the insane rate in which the ice caps are melting. Lastly, I will be discussing the greenhouse effect. The greenhouse effect is a key component in global warming. Now you may be asking what it is. The greenhouse effect is the process by which active gases like CO2 selectively absorb radiation and warm the surface of the Earth. The concern about the greenhouse effect is that it is happening at an even more alarming rate because of human activity. Humans are raising the atmospheric concentration of these gases significantly. Greenhouse gases are not limited to CO2, there can be many others. CO2 is the most concerning greenhouse gas. According to the climate change science, CO2 accounted for 82% of U.S. greenhouse gas emissions in 2015. CO2 comes directly from human activity. CO2 comes from burning fossil fuels such as gas and wood and the decomposition of waste. These are all daily human activities essential to our everyday routines, which is why humans have such a great impact on the environment. Climate experts believe that greenhouse gases are responsible for temperature increases. The entire world has been working together to reduce the use of greenhouse gases, but greenhouse gases and temperatures continue to rise. Heat is not something many people die of this day and age, but the heat will be the cause of many deaths to come in the future. Previous heat waves have been responsible for killing thousands of people, and it is projected that 150,000 Americans will die due to climate change by the year 2100. Although most of us recognize the threat of global warming is real, we still continue to deteriorate the planet. Human activity has been the direct cause of global warming. Temperatures rise due to the greenhouse effect, melting ice caps making the sea levels rise and making the world a more dangerous place every day. Most politicians today are more concerned with policy and laws than our planet, and that says a lot about how our society views the environment. The risk of global warming continues to grow, and generations to come to depend on our initiative now. Does anyone have any questions? Thank you for listening.